right. All right, we are here at the Stan Efferding at the Arnold at the Kooler booth. Stan, how's it going this year?
Good, man. It's great. Been busy.
I bet. Yeah. So first question we asked when we got here is, why don't Tanner and I's arms look like your arms?
I'm older than you guys.
Oh, it just takes a little more time.
Yeah, it's just time. Time under tension.
Good.
That makes sense now. I can understand that.
Yeah.
We last year we visited with Mike O'Hearn, and he had some choice. Have you ever heard of him?
Never heard of him.
Doesn't ring a bell?
Yeah.
He had a lot to say about you, and most of it wasn't the most pleasant. Do you have anything we could tell him this year?
Just that I'm better looking than him. My hair is nicer. That's about it.
Well,
Your hair's real. Now we've actually, we're big fans. We've been following you for quite a long time, and we really noticed a lot of the stuff you've been helping with some of these strongmen with their nutrition and all this stuff lately. You want to tell us about how you had some of these guys coming into it this year?
What we tried to do was improve the amount of food they could eat and cause as little digestive problems as possible. So everybody talks about the steak and rice diet, the vertical diet that I've been putting these guys on. Really focus first and foremost on how much can they assimilate, not just how much they can eat, but how much they can use. Getting them healthy with the blood tests and their blood sugars is really important, so their insulin sensitivity is good. And then just start driving massive quantities of the kinds of foods that they can utilize real well. And that's kind of an experimentation process. I give them a diet, I ask them how they feel about the meals after each one. And then we do the 10-minute walks, and we just start to try and get them to be able to utilize more food more often, and then just keep feeding them.
I like it.
Yeah.
Now, I've heard a lot of people say this year, first off, it looks to me like Brian Shaw and Hafthor are bigger than they've ever been.
Yeah.
At least, they look bigger, fuller, and actually even more jacked than probably ever. They're not just fatter or simply larger. First off, do you know what they weighed going in? Because it seems like I only hear speculation.
Yeah, there's a lot of 400 this, 400 that, but an exact number, it seems like they don't put it out there very often.
Yeah, well, Brian was north of 440, and Hafthor was just under 430. Okay. So, and again, like you said, their waists came down, their upper bodies grew bigger. We saw recently that Brian Shaw posted a selfie with his shirt off. When have you ever seen that before?
No, first time.
So he's excited about the results that he got. And it was because we drove healthier foods, tried to eliminate a lot of stuff that brings a lot of baggage with it, a lot of digestive issues. So he didn't eat any wheat, he stayed away from high allergen foods, and we drove most of the quantity with basically steak and rice, and then got a good foundation of healthy foods so that all of his micronutrients were taken care of as well. And we focused on stimulating the liver, stimulating the thyroid, so now he's just a machine. He feels better, they're healthy. They felt great yesterday after the first two events. They're both extremely healthy today and strong. I think it's going to be a great war.
So Hafthor, he's in that 420 to 440 range now. He's a relatively young man. Over time, could you see an optimal weight for him being above 450, or is he in that range now? What do you think?
I think he's pretty optimum. I don't like to just do weight for the sake of weights. I want to make sure that when he came to me, he was 420, but he was getting fatter and he wasn't getting any stronger. So we tried to flip the script on that and make sure that he was adding muscle and not fat. And that's what we were able to change over the course of the last year. Brian responded extremely quickly because we've only been working together for a few months. And his body composition changed immediately. And the biggest thing, and I'll rat him out on this, but the number one thing he said when I talked to him about the diet was, he goes, "Oh my God, I'm regular." Because, when you eat that much food, particularly that type of food, IHOP for breakfast and burritos for lunch and pizza for dinner, that you're on the toilet all the time.
And we can relate to that.
Yeah, we can relate to that. We know, we've all been there. and that's why I know this works, because I've been there, I've done it, I've tried it both ways, many ways over all the years. So now we've got the kind of nutrients that he's using where he's regular and he's healthy and he feels good and his stomach's good and he can eat more food more often without all of the lethargy and the exhaustion. His energy levels are extraordinary.
Either of those two that you'd like to see win? I suppose you couldn't say one or the other today.
No, I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm just happy that they're both healthy and that they're both, got the results that they wanted from the program. And I'll be honest with you, I've been working with Thor for over a year, and when Brian Shaw came to me, I said, Thor, what do you think about that? And Thor says, go for it. He goes, I want the best Brian, that when I compete against him at the Arnold and the World's Strongest Man, he goes, I want us to be, the best of our game. So that was awesome of him to do.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Stan, I want to recommend to anyone watching this, make sure that what is your YouTube channels? It's just Stan Efferding?
Everything's Stan Efferding, yeah. The Instagram is Stan Efferding, the YouTube Stan Efferding, my website, stanefferding.com.
It's quality branding there. So make sure you follow Stan Efferding. Specifically now, the YouTube, my favorite thing, Stan puts out exceptional free information all the time. It's from the Rhinos Rants to now the 10-minute talks, and I highly recommend checking it out. It's good, really quality information, super entertaining. Stan, you're a real asset.
Thanks, man.
Thanks a lot, man.
We really appreciate it.
And make sure you go to, let's talk about the Kooler real quick.
Yeah, thekooler.com or stanefferding.com gets you to the same place. Got the new Kooler 2.0, and it's been flying off the shelves. We're excited.
Awesome.
No,
The Kooler.com.
Damon's not here this weekend, is he?
No, I missed him. He's traveling doing his book tour. Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, thanks a lot, Stan. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right.
I think we already shook hands, didn't we?